Can we go into why are we calling evolution junk science?
These statements seem to express a deep skepticism or disbelief in the theory of evolution, referring to it as junk science and a banked worldview. However, it's important to note that these are highly contentious claims. Evolution is widely accepted within the scientific community as the best explanation for the diversity and change of life on our planet over billions of years. There's a multitude of evidence, from the fossil record, genetic testing, and observational research, supporting this theory. Labeling it as junk science or bankrupt could be a misuse of language designed to undermine its validity without substantiated arguments. We should always seek to analyze such deeply held views through the lens of scientific consensus and the weight of evidence available.
Can we go into why are we calling evolution junk science? Why are we calling it a bankrupt worldview?
Well, basically, science wants facts.
The assertion that evolution, however, has no facts presents an incomplete perspective. Evolution is indeed a theory. Specifically, it's the theory of evolution. In the scientific context, however, a theory isn't a mere speculation or conjecture. It is a scientifically tested and widely accepted explanation for a vast range of observations in the natural world. In the case of evolution, it is supported by a substantial body of empirical evidence across multiple scientific disciplines, including paleontology, genomics, comparative anatomy, and more. For instance, the fossil record provides extensive documentation of the existence of now extinct species and transitions over geological time, such as the evolution of birds from theropod dinosaurs. Similarly, genomics provides evidence of common ancestry among species based on DNA sequence comparisons. So while it's true that science relies on facts, it's incorrect to assert that evolution has none. Evolution is a well-substantiated scientific theory based on a multitude of facts and continues to be subject to rigorous testing and scrutiny, like any other scientific theory.
Well, basically, science wants facts. Evolution has no facts. It's a theory that was cleverly disguised as the way things had to be, but it was not always believed.
This statement asserts that evolution was cleverly disguised and wasn't always widely accepted. Let's break down these assertions. Firstly, describing evolution as a clever disguise implies intent to deceive, which isn't factually accurate. Scientists across the globe have researched and corroborated the principles of evolution over centuries. It's not a disguise, but rather a well-supported scientific explanation of the natural world's diversity and complexity. As for the claim it hasn't always been believed, this is technically true, as few scientific theories are universally accepted at the inception. However, it's important to note that since its proposal by Charles Darwin in the 19th century, the theory of evolution has gained wide acceptance in the scientific community due to a comprehensive body of supporting evidence. Today, it is considered a cornerstone of modern biology. Though there are still debates over the details and mechanisms, the overarching concept is widely accepted.
Way things had to be, but it was not always believed. And many people today realize that science needs a little more than nobody times nothing equals everything.
The phrase provided, and many people today realize that science needs a little more than the argument that nobody times nothing equals everything, is a somewhat misleading representation of the theory of evolution. It seems to imply that the foundational principles of evolution are baseless or lack substance, which doesn't align with the wealth of scientific understanding and data supporting evolution. Evolution is not simply an assertion that everything comes from nothing. Instead, it is a well-substantiated explanation of the natural world's complexity and diversity. It is backed by a robust body of empirical evidence from various disciplines, including paleontology, genomics, botany, comparative anatomy, and molecular biology, among others. While it's fair to say science is a process that should always be subject to revision and further inquiry, dismissing evolution as junk science overlooks the breadth and depth of supportive evidence built over the past 150 years. It's also worth noting that the term theory in science does not imply lack of certainty, as it might colloquially, but rather a comprehensive explanation of some aspect of the natural world, that has been supported by a significant amount of research and data.